Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain you about a subnet and we'll see how to create a subnet on Cisco Packet Tracer. A subnet is a network where it's divided into small units where each unit is treated as a network again, which contains subnet address, then uh, subnet mask, then network address, host addresses, and broadcast addresses. So let's try to understand it with an example. A given question is like this. An internet service provider owns a block with an IP address, say 203.12.40.0 with a prefix 24. And he want to divide this into subnets for four customers, say customer A, B, C, and D, where they required a host like 60 for A, 28 for B, 10 for C, and 6 hosts for D. You need to do it by using classless inter-domain routing. Uh, so we need to determine the subnet mask, the prefix length of each customer, then assign each customer a subnet address, uh, which is a network address, and then host what they require, and then broadcast address. And finally, we need to identify number of unused addresses in each for each customer. So let me explain you answer for this. We need to arrange the customers according to their requirement in an ascending order. So A requires 60, B requires 28. So they are already in ascending order. First, consider A. Actually, it requires 60 systems. We can't take 60 into to the powers because everything we take or we consider into to the powers. So the nearest 2 to the powers for 60 is 64. In 2 to the power 64 can be represented as 2 to the power of 6. So total IP address is of length 32. We need to subtract 32 with this to the power of 6. So 32 minus 6, which is equal to 26. So that will be treated as a prefix for customer A. Now these 22 bits in the IP address, first 26 bits will be 1 and the rest will be 0. So last byte is represented here. It is 1 1 and then 6 zeros. So this will become a subnet mask, that is 255.255.255.192. And then the network address is the address given to us, that is 203.12.40.0/26 here, which represents a network address for customer A. And then the first address will be from, or the addresses will be from 0 to 63. So till 63, we have the addresses, total 64 addresses. The first address will be treated for a network address. First host address will be 203.12.40.1, and then the last address will be 60 because we need only 60 systems for customer A. And then 61, 62 will be wasted. Only two IP addresses are wasted for in the customer A. Then for customer B, we require 28 host addresses. don't we can't assign we can't consider 28 like this because we consider everything in 2 to the powers. The nearest 2 to the power is 32, which is 2 to the power of 5. So 32 minus 5, which is equal to 27. So slash 27 will be the prefix for customer B, and the last byte is represented like this. So 27 bits will be ones and the last remaining bits will be zero, which will be treated as a subnet mask. So subnet mask for B is 255.255.255.224. So the network address will be 203.12.40.64 slash 27. And then the first host address is last wire 65 to 92 because we required only 28 systems or host addresses. Then broadcast address is 95. The addresses 93 and 94 are wasted. So in customer B, two IP addresses are wasted. Next, coming to customer C, it required 10 host addresses. So nearest 10 is like 2 to the powers is 16. So 2 to the power of 4, 16 can be presented in 2 to the power of 4. 32 minus 4, which is equal to 28. So slash 28 will be the prefix. So the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.240, and the network address will be 203.12.40.96, and the first host is 97 and the last is 106, and the broadcast address will be 203.12.40.111, and from last host address is 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 107, 108, 109, 110. So four IP addresses will be wasted. Then coming to D, it is slash 29. Uh, so the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.248, and then the network address is 112, and then the first host address is 113, the last host is 118, and the broadcast is 119. Here no IP address is lost. And then remaining after that, so from 120 to 255, those addresses are wasted. So instead of wasting them, I am using a fifth subnet in order to connect to two routers when we create this network on Cisco Packet Tracer. To assign the IPs for the routers or to connect two routers, we need two IP addresses. So two we can't take for giving an addresses. We required a minimum as four. So 4 into to the powers is 2 to the 2 square, that is 2 to the power of 2. 32 minus 2 is 30. So 30 will become a prefix for the fifth subnet. So slash 30 subnet mask will be 255.255.255.252. Then the subnet address we can consider from 120 onwards, but for example, I am considering 240. You can consider like from 244 or 248. It's your wish. The subnet address I am considering or the network address I am considering for this fifth subnet is 240. The last byte is 240. And then the usable host address is 241 and 242. The broadcast address is 243. Now, this is the answer for the given question. And let me do this on Cisco Packet Tracer. So like I said, I use two routers in this problem. In order to connect these two routers, we need a serial DCE. So in order to get a serial DCE, you need to turn off the router, connect to this hardware, the router, and then turn on. I'll do it for the other router as well. So I connected two routers with a serial DCE. At both ends, it is uh, 0, 1, 0. Now let me take four switches and then I'll create all end devices. So end devices for each class actually it required for class A, for example, it is for customer A it is 60. We can't create that many number of systems. For the understanding sake, I'll create only two systems for each customer. I'll fill them with some color so that you can differentiate uh, various networks. So this is a network which I used for connecting routers. Now for each class of IP, we already, for each network, we already know the network address and the subnet mask. Let me copy all those network addresses and the subnet mask. For customer A, this is network address and the subnet mask. For customer B, the same way, let me do for all the networks. This will help us to understand or visualize, uh, or visually we can clearly identify what network address and the subnet mask and everything. The subnet mask for this is 255.255.255.242, I think. Yeah, sorry, 252. It's 8, sorry, yeah, only 30. So we get only 252 subnet masks. Only two bits will be one remaining. Only two bits will be for, yeah, will be remaining. So here, this prefix is 30. So the subnet mask will be 252. Yeah. Now let us try to give an IP addresses for each port. So I'm not yet connected the PCs. Let me connect the PCs. Go to the connections. Choose crop or straight through, or the quicker, I'll choose automatic choose connection. Once after connecting all these, you need to assign IP addresses. First, instead of giving an IP address for the systems and devices, I'll give the IP address for uh, the ports, the serial ports that are connected in the routers. So for that, you have to open the router, go to configuration, go to Giga Ethernet, oh sorry, serial 010, turn on this, give an IP. We know the network address, and then only we have two IPs remaining, which is 203.12.40.241 and 242. So I'll give 241, and then the subnet mask here is 255.255.255.252. Now go for router 1, go to configuration, to serial 010, turn on this, turn on the port, and then give an IP which is 242. Then the subnet mask last byte is 252. So I'll paste these addresses for better visibility. Yeah. So by looking at this, you can clearly realize what ports IDs that they are connected. Now I need to give IP address for all the PCs. So I'm going to, okay, first let me name all these classes. Okay, this is customer A, which is colored in yellow. This network is network A. Okay, I'll paste there at this corner. Yeah. Next, this is customer B. This is customer C, and we'll treat this as customer D. Okay, I think, yeah, quite opposite. This is customer D. This is customer C. Yeah, now I hope it is clear. Now let's open a PC in customer A, that is subnet A. Go to IP. The IP address you can give is 203.12.40. from 1 to 60, any number from 1 to 60, I go with 1. Then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.192, and the default sorry, let me give the IP to 3.12.40.1, and then the subnet mask is 192. The default gateway, so through which a router passes through, but we have not given any default gateway yet. So for that, we need to give an IP address for the router to which a network is connected to. So first I'll give, uh, so see here, network A or subnet A or customer A is a subnetwork which is connected to a router 0 through a Giga Ethernet 000. For this, you need to assign an IP. So that IP should fall under the network, the same network or subnet. So I'll go to the Giga Ethernet 00 on the router 0, then turn on the serial, and then now for this I am giving an IP address 203.12.40. Say, let me give for it like, say there are two pieces. 0 is a network address. Okay, I can assign 0 here, because if this is the only one which is connecting to the router, so but I'll give here like, say 3. I'll not this would not be used later anywhere. Then separate mask is last byte is 192. I'll copy this and I'll paste here for the visibility. Okay, so I'll do it for every network through which they are connected to. So this is uh, road address actually starts from 64, 65, 66. I'll give it to the PCs. Uh, yeah, so I'll give here, say like 67. Then over here, 203.12.40.12, 13, 14, 15. Say like I'll give here 115. And now for subnet C, 96, 96, 97, 98 I'll use for the PCs, 99 for this connection. Okay. Now let me do it 67 for uh, Giga Ethernet 001 router 0. Turn on the port UNIP 67. The subnet mask is last byte is 224. Now for C, router 1. Oh, please look at through what cable it is connected. 000 Giga Ethernet 000. So turn on the port 99. The subnet mask is 240. Last byte is 240. And then for last customer D, This network is connected to router 1 with Giga Ethernet 0001 001. Let me verify it. Yeah, 001. Now turn on the port status. Then the IP is 115. The subnet mask is 248. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Now finally we need to assign IP address for each devices. Go to, I'll pick PC0, which is in customer A. So IP is already given. So gateway, default gateway. So for this we went back. So 203, you can see the network is connected to the port, to the router through this port 12.40.3. This will be the default gateway for all the systems in the customer A. So for PC1, so IP is 2, subnet mask is last byte 192, the default gateway last byte is 3. Now, like this, you do it for every PC. Let me complete all those, all the IP addresses, assigning of IP addresses. '67. PC4 network C. So IP will be from 97. The subnet mask is 240 last byte. Default gateway is 99. Network, this customer C is over. Now finally for the IP address from 113, a subnet mask 248, default gateway is 115, last PC 4 248, default gateway 115. So now the IP addresses were assigned, but if you transfer a packet from one network to another network, they will pass through a router, but the routers are unable to identify the other router's networks. So in order to achieve it, please assign the static IP for each static uh, routing. So please open router 0, click on static, go to configuration, click on static. Now here for router 0, you have to make it to learn about router's 1 networks. The router 1, it is connected to customer C and customer D. So their network address, then the subnet mask, and the next hop, that is uh, a, a router serial port address we need to assign. So in this case, I'll consider network C. I'll assign the network address. It is 203.12.40.96. Then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.240. The next hop is 203.12.10 dot. Yeah, how come 10 here? Okay, so it is 40. I forgot here. So it is actually 40 here. So I think I took it like 10, but it is 40. So let me check the address actually. Serial. By mistake, I have taken 10. So 40 here. Okay. Now, yeah, we are making the router to learn static, right? So now the network address of C, I am giving it to router 0. So 203.12.40.96. The mask is 242. Sorry, yeah, 240, not 242. The subnet mask is 240. And then the next hop is 242. Now click add and valid subnet address. Enter. Yeah, 96. 23.12.40.96. 23.12.40.240. Oh, this is subnet mask is 255.255.255.240, and then next hop is 242. Yeah, that's it. Now the network is added. Now we have to add D. So for D, the network address is 112. The mask is 248. The next hop is same. Now add it. So the router 0 side is done. Go to router 1 and do the same. Like you make it to learn about network A and the network B, or customer A or customer B. So network address of customer A is 203.12.40.0. Then subnet mask is 255.255.255.240. 192. The next hop is 241. Now add this, and now about the network B, subnet B, network address is 64, the subnet mask is 224, the next hop is 241, the same. Now add it, and now every setting is done. Now you try to uh, transfer a packet from one subnet to another subnet. Now it is see, I try to transmit a packet from PC0, which is in the subnet A or customer A, to the destination is in network D or subnet D. The PC is 7, so which is successful. So this is how to create a subnet on Cisco Packet Tracer. I hope you understood the concept. Thanks for watching the video.